I'm gonna let her finish, but first, I'm gonna let Miku finish, but first, you gotta listen to this for 2 seconds. See this? This wall is my punching bag. You wanna learn how to train martial arts at home, how to make your wall into a punching bag, maybe. Well, feel free to follow me on Twitter, link in the description. And memes aside now, let's get into the news. Miku is all over the news today. Take a look at Google search, Hatsune Miku Coachella. There are countless articles about Miku today. They're even talking about her on Reddit. And we'll talk about why right now. I do want to take a look at a few different websites today covering this story because I think it will be interesting to compare them, some being more in touch with anime and Hatsune Miku than others, so it might be kind of funny to see a site that's out of touch talking about this topic and trying to make sense of it. However, one website that certainly is in touch with the subject is One Angry Gamer, and here we are with Billy D. And really quick, I got to mention this because I was just thinking about this, man. Billy D, I think, is a big fan of Rorschach. Poor guy must hate what they did to him in that Watchmen series. That's a shame. I know what it's like to have a character you love get destroyed. I think a lot of people know what that's like too. So, hey, we're in it together. But let's talk about Miku. Let's talk about Miku Hatsune. Hopefully she doesn't get destroyed by coming to Coachella. I'm kidding around, but I'm also like a little bit serious. I mean, she's not going to get destroyed for going to Coachella. She's a digital, singer. But I mean, who knows? Let's take a look. The 2020 lineup for Coachella has been revealed, and one of the guests that will be performing live on stage is none other than the virtual Vocaloid idol from Japan, Hatsune Miku. Yes, weebs and otaku will be represented the world around at this year's Coachella. The news was shared via Crunchyroll after the official Coachella account tweeted out the bevy of performers that are set to appear. You got all kinds of names here. While everyone else was talking about Rage Against the Machine and propagandists like Frank Ocean, Crunchyroll did something right for once and decided to notify people who don't follow the fads of progressive liberal pop music that one particular entry in the first batch of artists set to perform over the 2-week period of April 10th and April 17th included Hatsune Miku. It's an easy name to miss in the mass jumble of sunset-hued vomit. And honestly, that's why I didn't even click that image. This is so ugly, dude. There's too much, the text, how did they think this was a good idea, man? I can barely read any of that. Like, obviously I clicked it, it'd be different, but still, that's ugly looking. I agree. Dude, yeah, Miku's a huge name, and they put her all the way in the little, like, middle of it, all the way off to the side. The disrespect. But actually, Billy D says it's not a bad spot. Hold up. It's an easy name to miss. All right. That's actually not a bad spot because at normal resolution, you can at least still read Miku's name on like everybody on the last line. Oh my God. Hold up. We're going to, oh my gosh. What are they thinking? Coachella, don't they have a lot of money? Is this the best thing that they could come up with? Best, I don't know. What is this? A banner? Advertisement? Let me make a disclaimer really quick. I'm like half asleep today, guys. It was a rough night. Nothing bad. I just couldn't sleep. So if I'm a little rambly or out of it this video, that's why. But this is funny to me, man. There's already some Twitter movement taking place via the English Hatsune Miku account who is convincing people to follow them on social media after Coachella made the announcement. I don't know if this will help make more normies aware of weeb culture, although nothing good comes from that, or if they will either just ignore it because Hatsune Miku comes from weeb culture. Either which way it goes, the more the insufferable blue-pilled catch wind of hobbies they have no business being a part of, the worse our hobbies become. In some ways, it probably would have been best if Hatsune Miku never showed up for Coachella. That is kind of what I said at the beginning of the video. Like, I'm worried. She's a digital girl, so I'm being hyperbolic, of course. But I mean, it is a little concerning because you do see this, man. Like, as much as people say it, like, if more and more people come to a fandom, and if you want to use the normie thing, that's fine. It does happen, though. You see it. You've seen it with Ruby. You've seen it with My Hero Academia. You've seen it with, probably other examples, too. I can't think of right now because I'm still half asleep. But you do see it happen. The My Hero Academia and Ruby ones are very recent examples that I've been covering recently and showing how the fandoms of both those series have been degrading. So I did want to cite that. But now let's take a look at Rolling Stone and how they cover this topic. All right, so let's take a look at Rolling Stone and their coverage now and see how out of touch, or maybe not, that they are on this topic. Might be kind of funny. Who knows? So the title, Hatsune Miku, holographic Japanese idol, makes her Coachella debut. Vocaloid idol who sells at arenas in Japan will perform at California Festival in April. They talk about what Coachella is, that Miku will perform on April 10th on weekend 1 and April 17th on weekend 2. And they write, to Western audiences unfamiliar with Hatsune Miku or her uninterrupted success in Japan, She's routinely sold out arenas in the country for more than a decade. Her origins can sound like something out of a sci-fi novel. She is not a real person, but a combination of a software program and a virtual animated character. So again, I guess most of their audience are not weebs, so they're kind of trying to fill them in on all this. Hatsune Miku was first realized by the audio media company Krypton Future Media in 2007 as a singing vocal synthesizer software called a Vocaloid. The name Hatsune Miku roughly translates to first sound of the future, modeled after the voice of anime actress Saki Fujita. Ooh, Fujita, last name like Goro Fujita there. Oh boy, Rurouni Kenshin, Samurai X reference there. The software has the capacity to sing lyrics. And I'm not saying her name's a reference, by the way. Let me just clear that up. I'm saying I'm making a reference. So, okay. The software has the capacity to sing lyrics and phrases through a user's text commands. Since its launch, more than 100,000 user-generated songs have been created for Hatsune Miku, and more than 4,000 are now sold through Krypton's record label, Current. But what Hatsune Miku is known for today is her personified character, created during the software's initial marketing. She appears as a 16-year-old Japanese pop idol with turquoise twin tails, usually wearing a silver vest, black miniskirt, and a tie that matches her hair color. When performing live, they put that in quotes. That's kind of messed up. It's like, to me, dude, because she's a hologram. Get it? But okay. Anyways, she appears on a video screen, or more commonly as a hologram. But unlike other virtual artists such as UK band Gorillaz, Hatsune Miku's voice is entirely computer generated. Yes, we get the idea. You've mentioned that a few times. The character performed her first show in 2009 at Japan's Saitama Super Arena and made her US debut in 2011 at the Anime Expo convention in Los Angeles. Since then, she's gone on to perform on The Late Show with David Letterman. I did not know that. I don't think I did, at least. Open for Lady Gaga on her Art Rave tour, and most recently feature on Big Boy's 2017 song, The Word I Can't Say, Something Jill. You know why. With all the steady success and fervent fan base, it begs the question, why is she performing at Coachella now? The answer may lie in the rest of the lineup, with the festival bringing in more international acts and especially Asian pop artists than ever before. Fellow Japanese pop act... what's going on, Coachella? Are you getting sick of the people that normally go there or something? Or are you just trying to expand? I wonder. Fellow Japanese pop act Kyari Pamyu will also perform at Indio this year, alongside K-pop mainstays Big Bang and Korean hip-hop artist Epic High, plus more than a dozen other acts from around the world. With the sudden wave of both K-pop groups and Latin American artists making it big in the U.S. over the past 3 years, it could be that Coachella's organizers are finally opening the festival to a wider variety of world acts, including ones that should have played at the festival years ago. All right. So that's not the worst thing I've ever read. It was all right, I guess. Because again, you got to factor in that their audience isn't really aware of this stuff for the most part. I presume, and I would just assume that in general. But then also seeing how they wrote their coverage here, I think we can also make a reasonable implication. But that wasn't as funny as I thought it might be. Although I did get some laughs. Hopefully you did too. I'll mention this much. If I threw a little bit of shade at Coachella during this video, a lot of that comes from high school. Some of the people I went to high school with that were really big into going to Coachella, they were, let's just say, interesting individuals. Very, very unique. Very, very interesting, unique individuals. And I might not have the highest opinion of Coachella, I'm going to admit. That said, if you're a viewer and you've been there and you enjoyed it, that's all fine and well. I've never been, so take my word with a grain of salt. I don't plan on going, though, ever. So yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at with that. And start wrapping this video up. I got shout-outs for the last video. Thank you for your assistance. And we actually have 16 people who promoted the last video. Thank you all very much. That's a lot of shares on Twitter. I appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this one too, feel free to share it. It really does help out. And if not, well, you can consider hitting the thumbs up button or commenting down below. Both of those things also show engagement, and they help out the video, help out the channel. Let me also mention one thing really quick here at the end of this video. About a month ago, I mentioned a website that I was working on being done, or just about being done. Well, there were some complications, holidays, delayed it a little bit more too, getting things resolved. But now, it really is done. I'm just deciding on when to launch it. I was waiting for the holidays to kind of slow down, and they're slowing down now. So I'll probably be launching that in the next few days. I'm just finalizing everything. And I know on the internet, sometimes you hear a lot of hollow promises, but it's done, man. It's done. More information coming soon. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think you will. It's gonna be pretty awesome, and I'm excited for that. And I hope you guys are excited too. Just want to keep trying to make content, work. And thank you for helping me do that. Shouts out to this name though, Fangirl Shonen, Fangirl Trash. That's great. Unit 87, Bruno, Anime Night 1992, Ishra Blackwolf, KJ Collins, Striker Red, sponsored by Anime Off-Brand Guild, Sonny, Florida Fool, The Lancaster Kid, Mr. Anime 343, Yodeling Shax, Hydroxide CN9A, Ryan Jill 2020, Nepgear 215, Jake Beardsley, lover of anime, actor of voice, epic. All right, thank you all very much. Much appreciated. And I'll see you very soon. I think I got one more segment coming out today, so I'm going to get to work on that. Hopefully, I won't pass out from a lack of coffee. Actually, I have a little bit of coffee left. I'm going to get to that. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.